Hello, yogis and yoginis. It's a beautiful Wednesday, very crispy, very nippy, as we say in Ireland. And we are here in Mystic Fitness Yoga Studio. We have a beautiful hot flow class for you. The friends in the room and the friends at home, uh, we rely on your donations. So if you find it in your pocket and in your heart to send us a check or find us on Venmo, that would be wonderful. We also practice in the studio with masks for safety. We don't take them off only for drinking. So, having said all of this, I wish you a beautiful practice. And I'm Nissa. Hopefully, you'll stay to the end and write something. Thank you. So come to a comfortable position on your mat, sitting up. Hello, Insta. So bring your breath to a natural position inside your body. Find the flow of intaking air and exhaling the air. And find that rhythm that suits you. And then, if it's in your practice, close your eyes. Lower your shoulders. And begin a small adjustment through the crown of your head. Imagine there's a string attached to it, and someone is pulling on it. So you are growing from your hips up, stretching towards the sky. And the second small adjustment is release the legs to the ground, the sitting bone, as you create that expanding of the spine. Roll those shoulders down again. Feel your core. Big breath in and let it go. One more time. Big breath in and let it go. Feel that experience of being inside your own body. And remember the connection between the breath and the vessel that is your body throughout the practice. And if your mind goes somewhere else, come back to the breath. Bring your hands to heart center. Set an intention for the practice, and we'll honor it with the sound of Om. First, a cleansing breath. Inhale. Inhale and Om. Open your eyes and smile and shoot those hands up to the sky and start reaching with one hand at a time, bending the other to the side of your body. There is no correct form here. You are just reaching up and bringing some energy back down. So, stretch the side of your body with your breath. Find that rhythm again. 2 more times to each side. And breathe, you guys. And come to center. We're gonna take a side twist to the left. Come to the center, take it to the other side with your breath. Flow. Don't forget, this is a flow class. So inhale and exhale while moving between those two sides. I don't look to the back just because of my neck, but if you can, maybe it's in your practice. Try to lower those shoulders every time you go to the twist. Try to make the twist from the bottom of your core without moving the sitting bones. One more time to each side. And meet me in the center. Bring the back of your hands together in front of you. Stretch your hands to the front of the room. Drop your head between them, locking the chin into your chest, and then roly-poly your back. So when I say roly-poly, it means tucking the tailbone in and kind of curving the spine to the back. Keep on stretching the hands forward. Keep on breathing. On the exhale, go lower. And on your next inhale, come back up. Open the hands to the sky, then open them to the sides, and then bring the thumbs as low as you can to the back. So you might be even able to point them to the floor. And then lower those shoulders. So you're opening the chest, engage the core. Inhale, exhale. One more time. Inhale, exhale, come back to what I call roly-poly, back of the hands together. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, open up again to the same position where the thumbs are down. You might see them pointing down. And come back to roly-poly. Move in between those two on your own rhythm. Remember, lower those shoulders. It's actually a cue that you're gonna hear me say a lot. One more time. And stay in that open position. And now move the hands back, trying to get the scapulas to meet. And then bend the elbows. Open and bend the elbows. Lower those shoulders, but try to keep those shoulder blades together behind you. And breathe. Keep on breathing. Engage the core. My core is completely tucked in. And one more time. Open and close. Bring the hands to interlace behind your sacrum and bow forward. Now maybe You can bring the hands up to the ceiling, opening the front of your shoulders a little bit more, not necessarily something you need. And come back to center. One more time. Bow forward and roll your head from shoulder to shoulder while the shoulders are stretched to the back. Create space between the ears and the shoulders. Excellent. Come back to center, sitting up, and give it a shake. Shake, shake, shake. Shake, shake, shake. Circle your wrists a little bit to both directions. Bring the back of your wrists to prayer, to your chest, and lower the shoulders and the elbows. So the back of your hands are together and you're stretching the opposite side of your wrists. This is a beautiful, beautiful stretch for the wrists if you're on the computer all day. And one more circle and transition to table. Anywhere you or anyhow you get there is fine. Tuck your toes under and push your hips onto your ankles, your heels. Keep on pushing with your hands so you're stretching the back or the feet, the soles of your feet. Come on to table and shift forward over your wrists. Please do so very gently and test the waters on your, so to speak, in your wrists. So move from side to side, maybe tiny circles over your wrists, and always remember you control the weight. Breathe in and out. And on your next exhale, push the bum technical term on your heels and come up on your heels. So we are stretching the soles of the feet here. This is not comfortable to a lot of people, but it's so important. You can even sway from side to side if it's comfortable to you. If not, just stretch them. Just be there. Excellent. Yep, not comfortable. And take it to a twist to the left side. Breathe in, take it to the right. Just a little bit of opening of the spine here. And bring it back to table. Untuck your toes and give it a bit of a stretch. Excellent. Inhale, right hand goes up to the sky. Exhale, thread it under the left hand. Don't stay. Inhale, come on up. Exhale, thread. One more time. Inhale up. Exhale, thread. And stay. Tricked ya. One breath here. Full breath and happy. My hips are up in the sky. And come back. Inhale, open the right hand and table. Take it to the other side. Left hand, inhale, open up. Exhale, thread the needle. On your inhale, open again. Exhale, thread it. Inhale, open again. Thread it and stay. A full, nice breath here. And on your next inhale, open up to the sky and table again. So table proper, wrists are under the shoulders, knees are under the hips. But now we're going to open the knees a little bit and circle around the hips. So when I do that, I also circle my wrists. And I make it a point to shift my weight from the root of my wrist to the balls of the fingers. So you distribute the weight and switch directions. Try to feel where your body is today. Our thighs, hips, and pelvis keep us upright. So important to treat them right. All right. And maybe wag your tails with the knees open. So wag your tails means moving the hips from side to side. Maybe the shoulders come in the game. Just unstructured movement here. Maybe lowering the forearms one at a time, pedaling them. Just testing the waters again. Today, all my metaphors are going to be about water. Bring those knees back in. Create a sense of neutral back, and you do that by looking down. So your cervical spine is an extension to your spine. Now push the mat away with your hands, round your upper body. Try to make those scapulas round. And in a way, you're opening your back. Hold it here. Now remember this cue. This is what you want to have in plank. And now drop everything back in. Get those scapulas to meet behind your neck, so to speak. So I'm completely collapsing. And then let go of your head. It's a modification for cow, but I'm working the upper body. And one more time, round the upper body. Tuck your toes under and come to a hover. So your knees are hovering 1 or 2 inches. Shoot the left leg straight behind you in flex and bring it back. Do the same with the right and bring it back. Make sure you are activating the glutes. Left leg, bring it back. Right leg, bring it back. One more time. Left, bring it back, activate the glute. Bring it back. Right leg, bring it back. Release the knees. Wag your tail, catch your breath. And tuck your toes under again. Come to a hover. This time we're opening the left leg to the side, like a dog doing some watery metaphor. And bring it back. Open the right and bring it back. Breathe, you guys. Left open to the side. Come back, engage core. Right and back. Left, last time, and back. Right leg and back. Lower those knees, untuck your toes, and come to child pose. Full breath. Full breath here. This is where you convince your brain to lower your heart rate through the breath. This is where you come back to your intention. This is where you pep talk yourself. Push back to table. Tuck your toes under. And shoot those hips up to the sky, coming to downward dog. My first downward dog is always with my knees bent. My heels are up, and I'm pushing the ground with all my fingers. I'm externally rotating my shoulders. Say yes, no with your head, letting it go. And the point of intention in this pose is try to bring your belly to your thighs. Glue it. Yeah, then the back opens. Pedal your feet and walk the dog. Inhale, exhale. stretch those hamstrings. If your wrists are hurting, you can always come back to your forearms or table or fist. Make a fist and stand on a fist. Come to stillness in downward dog, and maybe you can lower your heels here. If not, stay with your knees bent. Look forward, bend your knees to that hover, and walk to meet your hands. Forward fold. Here too, I bend my knees plenty, and then I let my belly just rest on my thighs, and my upper body is a complete hanging towel. I was thinking about something with water and I couldn't find it. A waterfall. That's it. Inhale and exhale. Stretch that lower back. This is a stretch, you guys. Let it go. Maybe sway from side to side while your hands are just sweeping on the floor. That's always an option in forward fold. If not, just stay still. And on your next inhale, bring your hands to your thighs and start pushing yourself up to a standing position. So roll that spine to place. Roll shoulders back. A few times, just roll them a few times. Maybe grab hold of your hips and move them from side to side. Maybe circle them around with your knees bent. And if you do that, do it to the other side. Just a little bit of an unconstructed movement here. And at some point, come to Tadasana, mountain pose, one of my favorites. So activate glutes so much so that your thighs are opening, core completely engaged, shoulders open. Open your hands, tuck your chin a little bit. And if someone comes behind you and pushes you, you don't budge. That's the energy. Ready? Inhale, circle, sweep the hands to the sky. Exhale, hinge from your hips down to a forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift to that neutral back we had in table, and stay. Now roll that belly as far as you can in, and then try to bring it up. Roll those shoulders down. One more breath here, contracting the core. And release yourself to a forward fold. Bring the hands to the mat and walk the legs to plank. So here I'm coming back to the cue of rounding your upper back. Lower those hips a little bit. Engage the glutes. If this is too hard, lower your knees. You always have that modification available. And then look forward, opening your chest just a tiny bit. Lower those shoulders by bringing the inside of your elbows to the front of the room. So cork those arms. And release the knees, untuck your toes, come the lowest you can without touching the mat. And then release. Leave the hands next to your body, shoelace side of your feet, activate it into the mat, lift those knees, activate the glutes. Inhale, exhale, peel your chest up, but don't look forward, look down to the mat. So again, imagine that string. Activate the legs. You're not pushing with your hands, you're breathing. And release to the mat, push to table, and push back to child pose. Again, breathe in and out. Convince your heart to pump the blood you need and relax. Come back to the breath. Push up to table. Tuck your toes under and meet me in downward dog. If you need to walk the dog, do so. If you need something else, stick with me. Bring the right hand to your left shin, diagonally. Grab hold of your shin or your thigh and twist under your armpit. Look up to the sky. Don't forget to breathe. Push the mat away with your left hand. And release. Take it to the other side. Left hand grabs hold of the right shin. Inhale. On the exhale, twist as if you're smelling your armpit. Mine smells wonderful. Well, it's only the beginning, right? And bring it back to downward dog. Bring your knees to a hover. Don't walk forward. Push those hips onto your heels. So I'm a cat here. I'm trying to jump. So my hips are low on my heels. Look forward. And then, only then if you want, hop or walk to meet your hands. Whoop! Forward fold. If you want a little bit more of a stretch here, bring your hands behind your legs and pull yourself onto your legs. If not, bend at your knees. Inhale, come all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, circle sweep the hands to the sky. Exhale, come to chair. Haha, tricked you. So hip distance apart, legs hip distance apart. Look at your knees. Don't let them go over your toes. So the movement you're doing here, and hold your chair, is pushing the hips back. Then the second cue is roll those shoulders back as if you have a wall behind you and you're trying to get there. Now wiggle your toes. Wiggle your toes. Yep. Inhale, come all the way up. Engage glutes. Tiny back bend. Come back to center. Inhale, circle, sweep the hands to the sky. Exhale, come to chair. Hinge from the hips. Push the hips back and then sit to the chair. So it's a two movement. Break it into two. Push the hips back and then straighten up. Excellent. You're doing great. Wiggle your toes. Breathe. Engage core. So you do that by tucking a tiny bit, a tiny tuck of your tailbone. Inhale, circle, sweep the hands to the sky. Inhale. Exhale, engage glutes. A tiny back bend, maybe going deeper. Bring it back. Circle, sweep the hands to the sky. Exhale, you guessed it, chair. I like everything in sets of threes. That's a cue. All right, can you go deeper without compromising your knees? Lower those shoulders. You can do it. Breathe in. Breathe out. Go lower. You can do it. Strong women. And release to a forward fold. Cha-cha-cha your legs. So cha-cha-cha is just bending your knees. One at a time, pedaling them. Inhale and exhale. And then bring the right hand to grab hold of your left shin. Open the left hand to the sky. Bend the right leg. Inhale. Core engaged. Exhale, sweep down your left hand and go right back up. Bend your right leg. One more time, sweep down and open up. Engage core, you guys. Now, can you bring the hand in front of you as if it's holding a tray? Great. Yep. Not over your head, just in front of you. And release. Cha-cha-cha. Grab hold of your right shin with your left hand. Open the right hand to the sky. Bend the left leg. Inhale. Exhale. Sweep down. Open up. Bend that left leg. You're doing great. Maybe bringing that left hand in front of you. Not over your head, Mariana, just in front of you. And release down. Cha-cha-cha. Bring your hands to your shin. Halfway lift. Engage core. Exhale, hands to the mat. Maybe jump to plank. Remember all the cues. Open your feet a little bit. You can always lower your knees. Look forward to the top of your mat. Push the mat away. Your scapulas are working. Your core is engaged. Your glutes. Breathe in. Breathe out. One more. Breathe in. Breathe out. Chaturanga push-up. So halfway down and push up. Use your breath. Inhale, halfway down. Exhale, push up. 3 more. You can lower your knees. 3, 2, 1. Come to chaturanga. Untuck your toes. Lower your hips. Straighten your hands. Upward dog. Breathe. Exhale, tuck your toes under. Push to downward dog. If you need, walk the dog. Breathe in and out. And come to stillness. Lower your knees. And this is the time for you guys to have a sip of water. If you need, just make that sweat go away. If you're at home, take a sip of a coffee, tea, pet your pet. My cat loves yoga. All right. Whenever you're ready, meet me at downward dog. Push those hips up. And try this time to meet me in stillness. Remember, pushing the mat away, opening the back is the point of tension of this beautiful pose. On your next inhale, bring the right leg up. Hold it, 3-legged dog. Make sure you're not swaying to one side. Your hips are square. So don't open one hip. Bring the back heel up, the left one. Bend the leg to your chest and push yourself forward on your wrists. Flex the foot and bring it in between your hands. Open the feet a little bit so you have stability in runners. Tent your fingers. Bend the back knee. Push it back up. Push the toes of the right knee up and straighten your leg, and then come back and bend it. So bend the back knee, push it back up, bring the front foot to flex, straighten it, and push your hips back. Move in between those two movements, just stretching. Now you can challenge yourself by pushing the back heel to the ground a little bit more, or maybe you want to do it with no hands. It's really hard. I just tried it. And at some point, come back to runners and bring it to a hover, to a high lunge. So here you're creating one line between the back of your head, the string again, and your back heel. Inhale, exhale. Bring your hands to heart center and take it to a twist to the left, bringing the elbow over the thigh and then opening the chest to the right. Make sure your thighs are lower than your shoulders. Breathe in, breathe out, bring it back to that hover. You can do it. And then bend the back knee, but don't put it on the ground, coming to crescent. If you have healthy knees, bounce. If not, stay still. Just here. Whew. Excellent. Lower or pivot your back heel to the mat. So it's parallel to the back of your mat. Toe heel the front leg. So it creates a T. And open to warrior two. Knee stacked over the heel. Open those shoulders back. Whew. Look forward. Flip the front hand and reverse the warrior. Bring it back to warrior two. Push forward as far as you can, and only then come to side angle. Make sure that knee is stacked over your heel. Now think you're in between two walls. So you're pushing your hips forward, you're pushing your shoulders back. If you need grounding, look at your foot. If you need more of a challenge, look up. Inhale, exhale, come back up to warrior two. Pivot the foot to be parallel to the other one. Wide-legged forward fold. So engage core. Push those hips back, just as we did in chair. And bring that head to the ground. If you can, it's not a necessity. So please don't try to go into headstands or all that. It's really dangerous to do it with nobody looking at you if you're not proficient. If you are, more power to you. And lower that heart rate. Bring the hands to the front, in between your legs. So creating that straight back again. Halfway lift. So my spine is straight, my hands are straight. I'm kind of in a table position, but with my legs open. Bend one knee, come to a side lunge. And the key is not going all the way down. It's just where it's comfortable to you without lifting the left foot. And do the same on the other side. So you might be here, and that's fine. You might be lower, and that's wonderful. That's only genetics, you guys. You're not in charge of it. And move in between those two side lounges, trying to feel that side opening of your hips. One more time to each side and breathe. We are facilitating a change here. And meet me in the center again with your hands in the center as before. Straight back, toe heel your feet in to the mat distance, or a little bit more than your hip distance apart, and lower yourself to squat. Now you might need adjustments here. Go ahead and do them. And make sure you're pushing on the inside of your legs with your elbows, and then straighten your back. So I'm not here. I'm not here. I'm here. This is an active pose for your spine. And I've been saying it a lot, you guys. If you're on the phone, do it here. Do it here. You'll thank me later when you're 86 or 5. Excellent modification. You can sit on something if that is wonderful. I just saw it here in the studio. Just hold with me. All right. Bring the hands in front of you, and we're going to do animal flow now. So animal flow, right hand touches the floor. You can do it with me. Left hand. Push those hips up. Right leg, left leg, come back to squat. And then move it to the other side. Left hand, right hand. Left leg, right leg, come back to squat. Now try and find the move or the groove in between those two. I will show you. So I'm here and I'm here. So move in between those two. Right? And by the way, I just noticed that I'm switching the hands going down. So maybe you need to do that too. And when you're in the center, try to stay there as long as you can. One more time. To one side and to the other. And come back to center. That kills the thighs. And come all the way up. Slowly, slowly, slowly. Open up. Bring yourself to warrior 2. Inhale, exhale. Cartwheel the back hand and the back leg to meet the front. Whew. Inhale, circle sweep the hands to the sky. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, hands to the mat, maybe jumping to plank. Excellent. Stay in plank. Breathe. Round your back. Engage core and glutes. What do you say? You guys need push-ups? I'm going to go for 5 push-ups. Chaturanga push-ups. You can lower your knees or just wait for me on the mat. So, 3, 2, 1. Lower yourself all the way to the mat. Breathe in and out. Maybe windshielding your feet. Your legs, I mean. Lower your heart rate again. And release the legs to the mat. On your next exhale, so take an inhale. Come to baby cobra. As we did before, activate the legs, peel your chest up, and release. If you need, you can stay in baby cobra. If you want, listen to my challenges. So activate the legs, inhale, exhale, peel yourself up, open the hands. Now, do the same as we did in the warm-up. Bring your scapulas to meet. Yes. One more breath and release. Maybe windshield your feet. I mean your legs. You can windshield your feet, it's not going to help. And one last set, you guys. Activate the legs. You can stay in baby cobra or come to the full expression of a back bend. Inhale. Exhale. Come up. Bring your hands back. Bend your legs. Come to bow. Breathe in and out. One more time, and release. Push to table, push to child's pose, and breathe. Once again, make sure your heart is listening to you. The practice will not work if you don't open your heart, if you don't listen to it. Breathe in and out. Maybe roll your head from side to side. Push back to table. Take a few breaths in table. Maybe cats and cows. After that back bend, we have a lot going on, but I don't want to forget the other side. So tuck your toes under and push back up to downward dog. Inhale and exhale. Roll those shoulders away from your ears. On your next inhale, left leg goes up. Try to keep those hips square. Lift the back heel. Bend the knee to your chest. Push yourself forward. Flex the foot and bring it in between your hands. Tent your fingers. Bend the back knee. Push back a little bit. Straight up. And with straight legs, push that left foot to a flex. Then come back. Stretch. And up. And flex that foot. Now, if you want more of a challenge, bring the back heel to the ground. A mini pyramid pose here, yeah? Bring that back knee back to the floor. A little bit of a stretch here on the hamstring of the left leg. One more time, straighten that leg. Maybe try to do it with no hands. Ooh, nice. Excellent. Come back to runners and bring it up to that high lunge hover. You guys, I'm sweating. I'm like dripping. I hope you guys are with me. I don't know. You bet. So open your hands to the ground. Look forward. Extend that back leg. Don't let it be a wimp. Yeah? It's all working here. It's such a great pose. And then bend the back knee and come to crescent. Bounce, bounce, bounce. Come back to that hover. Bring your hands to your heart center and come into a twist to the left. So here my shoulders are higher than my hips. And I'm twisting, I'm helping myself with my elbow. Breathe. All right, bring it back to that hover. Open the back leg to warrior two. And toe heel the front leg. So I'm going to take the other side for the audience at home. So make sure you're opening the side of your hips. Tuck, tailbone in. Open those shoulders and then look front to the front. Flip the front hand, reverse the warrior. 2 breaths here. Make sure your legs are active. And release back to warrior two. Push to the front of the room as far as you can and come to side angle. Full triangle would be the front leg straight. We're not there. Push the hips forward, push the shoulders back. One more breath. You can do it. Engage glutes and bring it back up to warrior two. Pivot the left leg to be parallel to the left. And now bring your hands on your hips and rotate your hips. Now you have to bend your knees to do it. I'm gonna give you the side view for the people at home. You have to do it. Do that a few times to one direction and switch. Now, maybe pushing forward a little bit more and to the side and to the back. So do that and breathe. This is where we rest, you guys. And come to stillness. Bring those heels in, setting up for goddess. Hands. Remember the roly-poly, you guys, in the warm-up? That's what we're doing here. I hope you guys too. So bring the back of your hands together. Roly-poly on top of goddess. So you have to tuck your tailbone in. And then open up. Again, roly-poly. Exhale. Inhale. Open up. Roly-poly. Exhale. Inhale.